Hey guys, good morning. What I've decided to do is really document my journey in business this year, and I wanted to do it on video rather than writing it down because I get emotion, I get thoughts, I get all those things when I get video. One of the things that I was just thinking about, I'm doing my follow up and I just started thinking about a little bit was this time last year, I was at rock bottom. I had to ask for uh, $1,000 to float my mortgage for the next month until I got my next closing check. I had to sell my house out of need. Luckily, I was in a great market to do so. I had a lot of debt that I had to pay off because of that sale, leaving me with just the right amount of money that I needed. And I tell you, God is He has been there for me on this journey. It was a leap of faith that I left my job, and we knew me and Catherine needed to make income to replace hers. And in order to do that, I had to find a field, a profession that would do that, that wouldn't require so much education, and I could get into and really start making more money quickly. And I say all that because of what is going on now has become something that has been life-changing for me. And one of the things that I was just thinking about was the journey that you go through. And I was mowing the grass yesterday, and it dawned on me like a ton of bricks that you don't just arrive places. You just don't. You go through a journey. You go and you toil and you go, you work hard, and then you get there. You have to go. It's like, luckily God invented planes, or man invented planes with God's wisdom, and now we can take shortcuts through the country and around the world. But it used to be that the only way to get anywhere was to go, and you had to be present on every physical place on earth to get to your destination. And it's like when you take a road trip, maybe to California or anywhere else, um, you have to take the road, and you have to pass every tree, you have to pass every rock on the ground, every lane in the highway to get where you're going. You can't take shortcuts. You can't just jump over things unless you got in a plane. But even in a plane, you're going through space and matter, and you're just going faster. Um, so I was thinking about this yesterday when I was mowing the grass, and I thought, my goodness, I think I wanted, in my mind, I thought, there's got to be a shortcut. There's got to be a shortcut. And I think that mentality before that I had was just ignorant. I think before, I was given everything. I was entitled to vacation time at my job. I was entitled to $43,000 a year. I was entitled to this thing. And because of that, I had an entitled mentality. Like they owe me something, right? When I quit my job, I remember driving home with my things in the back of my car that day at noon, because I didn't know that I would be leaving at noon that day. And I was driving home, and I felt free, but I also felt very vulnerable. I didn't realize, I was ignorant of the journey that I had to come to grips with, that I was actually embarking on, and I didn't even know it. um, I've loved the last 4 years of my life have been probably some of the hardest fought years that I've ever had to deal with. And I say that very, very thankfully and gratefully and humbly, because it humbled me a lot, especially when, you're sitting here asking to borrow money to float your mortgage to the next month because I haven't done the right thing. which is provide for my family and work hard and do what it takes to do that. And so I just wanted to document that today because I just felt like when I was mowing the grass yesterday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, I would have been driving. Actually, I would have been waiting one more hour to leave work to drive another hour and a half home. And I'm thankful. I'm just really thankful that I don't have to live that life, that I chose to do something that would give me the ability to control my schedule. I'm no longer entitled to vacations. I earn them, and I get to take them when I want to, but I earn them nonetheless. And I'm going on a real big one, probably a vacation of a lifetime, in my opinion, for myself and my family. And I get to take not only my family of four, but I get to take my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law. And I never could have done that working a real job. And what I thought was going to happen 4 years ago, a lot quicker than it did, here I am today, 4 years later, now being able to do that. And while I'm gone, I have a trusted person who I've hired to take care of my business. And you can't do that without making money. You can't hire somebody. So I'm just really, really thankful today. And I wanted to document that because one day I'll look back at this video and laugh because I'll be further along in my journey and I'll realize that I was just as ignorant now as I was 4 years ago, and be maybe a little bit more head in life than where I am now.